What's up, guys? So today we'll be discussing about Mcleodganj in Kangra Valley, Himachal Pradesh in the month of December 2024. What you should be expecting in terms of weather, road condition, the clothes that you need to be packing, and overall what kind of a budget you should be keeping in mind for December, considering it's the peak of holiday season in India. So starting off with the weather, the daytime temperature will range from anywhere between 5 degrees to 15 degrees. It can go as high as 18 degrees in the afternoon. And when I mean afternoon, it'd be around say 12 to 2 p.m. is the peak of the sun. The rest of the day, after sunset, it can get really cold and the temperature can drop to even minus 3 or 4 degrees depending on where you're staying in and around Mcleodganj. Keep in mind that it is very unlikely that it will snow in Mcleodganj in the month of December. Even if it does snow, it will be very light snow. But it's more of the higher regions around Mcleodganj, which is the Triun hike and Dharamkot, which will experience snowfall. The town of Mcleodganj will get snowfall, but very limited. It's only towards the end during Christmas and New Year's that you should be expecting a bit of snowfall in and around Mcleodganj. If you're someone who's traveling to Mcleodganj for snowfall, you might be disappointed because there's no surety about it snowing in the month of December in Mcleodganj, and it's very, very light snowfall. But it's enough of a snowfall to cause cars to skid and slide around. So if you're planning on self-driving to Mcleodganj, make sure that you have a good experience and your tires have good amount of grip level on them. And when I say experience, I'm talking about experience of driving when the weather is off, and that is snowy weather, because driving in the rain and driving in summer is not the same as driving in snow, because the traction in your car reduces drastically, and this can cause road accidents with you going off cliff or maybe even banging other cars, which could damage your wallet and make your entire holiday a stressful experience. To avoid this entire thing, I would personally recommend that in the month of December, if you're someone who's not very confident of driving your vehicle, or you do not have any backup support in your vehicle to drive along with you, the best is to take a bus or a private taxi from Chandigarh or Ambala and get to Himachal Pradesh and mainly Mcleodganj. Now, when it comes to the month of December, it can also rain, because if it doesn't snow and the weather goes bad, it's very likely that it will rain. And remember that this rain is cold rain, so you need to be having a good umbrella. A big umbrella is highly recommended. Do not carry a tiny one, because in the cold weather, if it rains, the raindrops are fat, and these tiny umbrellas end up breaking and become a bigger headache as compared to not having one. So carry a good umbrella which can be sturdy enough in this kind of weather. The road condition is flawless all the way from Delhi, Chandigarh. The highways are fabulous, I would say. You can reach from Chandigarh to Mcleodganj in say 6 to 7 hours flat out, depending on your driving speed. And the traffic is mostly from Dharamshala. When you enter Kangra Valley, you'll get it from Palampur to Mcleodganj, because the road is extremely narrow from Dharamshala to Mcleodganj. So that's where the whole traffic area is. The rest of the place is very, very good in terms of road condition. There are barely any potholes on this entire stretch. Now, when it comes to the places that you can visit in Mcleodganj, the best way to explore is to walk, because everything is within walking distance, and it's a great way to explore the places on foot, because parking is a real big hassle in Mcleodganj since the town is already congested, and even if you're driving around, you will take longer to go from one place to another place when you're driving around, because you'll be just stuck in traffic. If you're walking around, you will enjoy the vibe along with it. You can even stop, have some street food, have some snacks, and go from destination A to B and from B to C. Now, when it comes to the places that you should be visiting, one is the Dalai Lama temple, for sure, that you should be visiting. You should go to Baksunag, visit the waterfall, which will be mostly dried up, but it's still a good experience. You should also visit the village of Nadi and Dharamkot, which is a little bit far off. You can walk to Dharamkot. Dharamkot, remember, is the start to the hike of Triund. The Triund hike is also possible in the month of December. And if you're planning on doing just a day visit to Triund top, make sure that you leave in the morning by latest 7 o'clock from Mcleodganj, because keep in mind that during sunset, the sunset is early. And if you leave say by 11 o'clock in the afternoon after having your brunch or your breakfast, and you have a lazy start, you will reach up and it'll be sunset, and walking down in the night will be extremely dangerous for someone to walk in the night along. Even though the trail is completely marked, it's still not a good experience to be walking in the bitter cold while you are returning back. Keep in mind that when you're hiking up to Triun, there are plenty of stalls all along the way, so food provisions are not at all a headache. It's around 10 kilometers, and the trek to the top will take you anywhere between 2 to 5 hours depending on your walking speed, and most of all depends on how often you take breaks. The longer you take breaks, the more your journey will get delayed to reach the top. Now, when it comes to Nadi and Dharamkot, these are two beautiful villages in and around Mcleodganj. You can reach Nadi by rickshaw or with your private vehicle. Dharamkot is just 3 or 2 kilometers, I would say, from Mcleodganj, so you can either walk uphill or you can take a rickshaw. That's your choice. Dal Lake is a small lake which is close to Nadi. It is not like what it is in Srinagar, but it is a good experience to be by the lake. St. John's in the Wilderness is a very good church to be visiting. Make sure that you do not skip this. Over and above this, when you're going to Mcleodganj in December, make sure that you pack enough of woolens because it can get very cold in the night. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of woolens or likes shopping for woolens, keep in mind that Mcleodganj has a very good shopping flea market, a Tibetan flea market where you'll get all kinds of woolen wear you can buy over there. Other than this, I would recommend that you carry your sunglasses because it can get extremely sunny in the daytime. You need your muffler, your gloves, and your woolen socks when you're traveling. Also, you need to be having your medication. If you need any specific medication, do carry it from your hometown and bring it to Mcleodganj because it's not necessary you'll get all your medicines in Mcleodganj. Now, when it comes to cash, there are ATMs in Mcleodganj, but during holiday season, these ATMs will run dry very fast. So it's always advisable to carry around 10-20,000 depending on the number of people and the length of your trip and come from your city. When it comes to the budgeting for this trip, keep in mind that the first 3 weeks, that is till the 22nd or 23rd of 22nd, I would say, of December, from 1st to 22nd of December, the rooms are extremely affordable, with it being anywhere between 1,000 to 2,500 depending on the category and the location of the room you're looking for. It's after the 23rd that the room cost will skyrocket from anywhere between 3,500 to 10,000 depending again on the standard and the category and the location of your room. Most rooms do not have heaters, but they will have very good blankets. If you want a room with heating, make sure that you check with the hotel whether they have a backup generator or an inverter, because electricity power cuts during the peak of winter is really high, and then it makes your entire experience with a heater pointless. Other than this, the restaurants are in abundance. You'll find plenty of cafes, street food options, pizza parlors. The best thing to do in Mcleodganj is to try the momos and the luffing, which is easily available along the streets. If you still are someone who really likes Indian cuisine, you'll find plenty of Indian Punjabi run dhabas which serve very very good food, and these are found all over Mcleodganj in all the lanes and the by lanes. Other than this, I would personally recommend that when you're traveling to Mcleodganj, you need a minimum of 3 nights, 4 days, because the longer you stay in Mcleodganj, the more the place will start feeling the vibe of the place. Anyways, if you have any queries related to Mcleodganj, you can leave a comment in the comment section and we'll be more than happy to help you. Till our next video, stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed.